Hey everybody, Dr. Diane, your chronic illness expert here. I want to talk to you guys about autism, about some pulmonary, some lung problems, and mold. Autism is on a rise, we know that. And one of the things I wanted to bring awareness to is some research which is showing that when people are treated with an antifungal, that autism is reversing. Now, of course, this is not true for everybody, right? For every case of autism. We are still learning so much about what causes autism. And what I've seen with every chronic disease that I treat, whether it's chronic headaches or digestive problems or migraines or fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue or weird neurological things like POTS, no matter what we're looking at in a chronic situation, there tends to be more than one root cause. However, we do really want to pay attention as new research emerges and we see these important links for diseases such as autism. So I'm going to link to this research study below where you'll see that itraconazole, the antifungal, helped to reverse autism symptoms. So very, very, very important to get this word out. I also wanted to let you guys know that I had a patient this week that has had chronic pulmonary embolism, which are kind of like clots that end up in the lungs, and he's been hospitalized many times. Well, his embolism has reduced by 60%, and his symptoms, 70% is what he told me yesterday. And his symptoms are reduced, and his doctors at the hospital are amazed because these things are surprising to reverse. But all he did was leave his moldy home. So check out this research study and really consider that we want to get good mold testing done. So you want to know if you have mold, if you have mycotoxins in your body. And what I can tell you is conventional testing for this is really subpar. So the standards that they run for testing around this are just much lower than what we want. I have information on this channel already going over some of the pros and cons of various mold tests. But what I find typically in conventional medicine is that they just don't run the thorough tests that are really needed to diagnose mold problems. And so I tell you that so that if you are going to a conventional doctor for this and you really advocate for yourself, you're still probably not going to get very thorough testing. And so you can have false negatives here. So I would encourage you to look for a doctor near you that specializes in mold illness to get proper testing. Or you're welcome to check out joining my clinic. The show notes are below to help get the proper testing to learn if any sort of lung issues or autism or any other chronic thing you're dealing with could perhaps be mold issue related, as this is so very, very, very common. So again, I'll put this research on autism here in the show notes so you can look at that. Please do spread this around. Like I said, the rates of autism we're seeing are just profoundly on the rise. It is just growing in numbers in a really scary way. And I just think we need to get information like this out. And as more information comes out about other root causes of these sorts of things, I'll definitely make sure to make videos on this and support you guys as well and make sure you are aware of this kind of knowledge. All right, everybody, please do subscribe. I'll see you in another video.